Welcome to Stellar Style. I'm your host, Lydia Ann. Today I have the lovely Dalia Ellison here from Douglas Elliman. She's a top luxury broker on the North Shore, Gold Coast of Long Island. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so excited to have you on.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. So why don't you tell everyone what got you started? What was your passion behind getting involved in real estate?
I always was a career woman. I always loved working outside, being with people, being productive. I decided to take a break when I was raising my children. I have 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Once I felt like they are raised and they are well raised, actually, I should say, I decided it's time for me to go back to the workforce. Having a master's degree in psychology, a bachelor of computer science, having a lot of background in the banking industry, being an entrepreneur at a very young age, I was faced with what do I do now?
Yeah.
And I felt like real estate is going to be the right thing for me. I did have a lot of background while I was home doing a lot of new construction businesses.
Okay.
So it was the next natural move for me to go to real estate.
Well, I think that's pretty impressive because you have a lot of accolades. You're very well educated, a master's degree, not everybody has that. And you seem very entrepreneurial, banking, and just how your career has taken many different courses. I find very fascinating. So what would you tell me, what really excites you aside? Is there certain aspects of the business that excite you more than others?
A lot.
Yeah.
When I go into a house and I feel that I have found the right home for my buyers, the joy I see in their eyes, the love and the happiness I feel from the children running around from one room to the other, trying to call that room for themselves, trying to see and envision themselves in that home, gives me a certain satisfaction. I'm all about heart. I'm all about servicing people. I'm all about helping people reach their dreams. And finding a home for people is a very special thing.
It is. It's very personal. I mean, you spend the most time in your home. You build your family memories there. So do you know instantaneously if you found the right house for a family?
I do tend to work very intuitively.
All right.
And I do rely on that because, again, we're all human beings and everything comes from the heart. And a lot of times I could tell whether I am leading the people to the right place, to what they want to find, versus just showing them anything and hoping one of them will be the right one. No, I do get the feeling when it's going well and when it is the right match for my people.
Oh, I'm sure they're so grateful too.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your background. Did your background influence your ability to be successful in what you do in real estate?
Absolutely. I was 13 when I left the country. I came here pretty much on my own, had to start life, finish high school, move on to college, start a business at age 16, and then when my parents came, I started life for them. So at a very young age, I learned to be able to stand up on my own and make a success of what I'm doing. I have always been very what is the right word for it? I want to say ambitious. Yes. I always dreamed high. I always wanted the best possible. And I still believe that everybody has the capability to reach very high. We all have that potential. I tell my children that you could reach the stars.
I love that. And I think you have to set your parameter high. Because if you don't, how are you going to achieve that? If you set it low, you're not going to work your way up. So absolutely. I think that's wonderful advice.
There is also another aspect to success. In order for someone to succeed in any business, I believe you gotta have the passion for it.
Yes.
If you do the job out of passion and out of love and your enthusiasm about what you do, it comes naturally.
I agree.
Versus doing it and going through the motion only because you have to do it.
Or for financial gain or reward.
Unfortunately, it will not have the same results.
It won't. It definitely won't. Yeah, I definitely think you have to be intrinsically motivated to pursue what you're doing, and then the financial stuff comes as a result of that, but you really need the passion to fuel. This is why you're very successful. Now tell me about as a woman, did you find it hard in business?
Absolutely
not. No?
No.
Okay. All right.
I believe I'm all about empowerment.
Okay.
I believe women have a lot of strength, and
Yes.
we are very resilient when it comes to life. And absolutely not. I never thought of that as an impediment to
Okay.
my success.
All right, good. I love that. All right, great. So we're going to take a commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to talk more with the lovely Dalia Ellison on her real estate passions.
Hi, I'm Tim Stead. I'm from Star Communications. We're a marketing support company. And if you need help with your next marketing project, please call 273-1900, or you can go to our website, starcommunications.us.
Welcome back to Stellar Style. I'm your host, Lydia Ann. So we're back here with Dalia Ellison. So I want to get all the take on your real estate entrepreneurial pursuits. So what areas of real estate do you specialize in, Dalia?
I specialize in the luxury homes in the North Shore of Long Island, better known as the Gold Coast. And also I'm part of the division that we have. It's a very unique division in Douglas Elliman called Sports and Entertainment Division, where we cater to the high net worth clientele and the sports and entertainment figures. That's my specialty. But
Okay.
at the same time, I also do a lot of...
So can you elaborate a little bit on that, Dalia? When you say sports and entertainment, you mean that you provide homes or you service real estate for athletes?
Absolutely.
People in the entertainment business?
Correct.
Okay.
This is our new division called Sports and Entertainment Division.
Okay. All right. Great. Now, do they have a preference or proclivity to favor certain areas of the North Shore?
Honestly, it's really not something that I could really discuss.
Okay.
The preference could be in a lot of different areas, whether it's in the North Shore area, in Manhattan area. The thing is that we are all over the country.
Okay.
Douglas Elliman being over 5,000 agents and over 80 offices. We have offices in Beverly Hills, in South Florida, Westchester, Connecticut, Aspen, Colorado.
Yeah.
So we are positioned all over the country, and we are able to cater to the people's needs depending on where they want to be. But we do have a big group of athletes and high net worth individuals who are interested in being in the North Shore, the Gold Coast. Absolutely.
Okay. So in terms of the properties that you sell or have listed, are there certain elements or desirable traits of a house that people look for?
It is very important that you expose the house in the right eye, in the right light. To begin with, when a person wants to start looking for a house, 90% of the population starts with online. And the online exposure has to be done correctly.
Oh, absolutely. The way it's photographed, the way it's staged.
The staging is a very big aspect
Yeah.
of it, especially
I
when
agree.
it comes to new construction. One of my specialties is new construction, and when you're dealing with a new construction, you're mostly dealing with a wall, a bare floor, and a beautiful clean slate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. As a designer, though, I know people are not allowed. I mean, they don't have the capacity to visualize the space beyond what they see that's in front of them. So staging is a wonderful implementation that you could do, which will definitely sell the property. And another thing too, I'm sure you see all the time, is adhering to the latest trends in design. That also helps the turnover rate in terms of staging.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
When people come in, most people don't have that vision. They cannot envision what a house looks like when it's completely bare. They don't get that homey, cozy feeling in it. So when the staging comes in, then they can see themselves in that dining room, in that living room, sitting by the fireplace with their children, in that kitchen having breakfast.
Yeah.
It makes 100% difference in the way it shows in the market.
No, you're absolutely right. It personalizes the space. It creates warmth, and it makes it inviting. I always say in design, you want it to maximize as much natural lighting as possible. Definitely remove clutter, and just make things stylish and very inviting and comfortable at the same time. So tell me a little bit more. How long have you been with Douglas Elliman?
For 5 years.
For 5 years. And what was your incentive to join Douglas Elliman as opposed to other real estate companies?
I don't think there is any other real estate company that would get even near Douglas Elliman.
I agree. Yeah.
To begin with, as I was explaining, we are over 5,000 agents. We have the kind of exposure and the capability we have because we are only one individual, one entity makes a big difference. We have a lot of strength versus other realtors, other brokerages that are individually owned, and
Yes.
one is competing with the other one, which will not really achieve what we are capable of achieving.
Yeah.
We have a lot of alliances. One is with Knight Frank, which gives us access to overseas clientele. Knight Frank is our true partner. We're in partnership with them. So it makes it a lot easier for overseas clients to communicate with us and help us help them find what they're looking for.
Okay, all right. Douglas Elliman has a huge name. I think it's wonderful to be, behind it. So tell me a little bit about you're involved in philanthropic organizations.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a cancer survivor myself, as is my son. And when, like a lot of other people, when you are faced with that challenge in life, you question everything. You try to find meaning behind all that chaos and all those sadnesses. And you try to find a way to make yourself useful to other people who are going through it. I'm an advisory board on Friends of Karen,
Okay, very nice.
on another organization called the Rosa Foundation.
All right, lovely.
And I also have a lot of other organizations which I do support, and a lot of times when they do have real estate needs and they come to me after I give them the service, I donate a portion of my commission on their behalf to that cause, to that organization. That's a way of me giving back and helping others have a much more normal life when they're going through a chaos and dismay in their lives.
Okay, now tell me, I don't want to be intrusive if you're not willing to share, so you can just say Lydia, no, but how has, you dealing with your illness helped, the way you envision life and what you've taken from it?
You put away all the little stuff in life that makes absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
You learn to appreciate the true meaning of life. You get to take every moment in your life, not for granted, but as a gift, and you're grateful to that. The love you give to your children multiplies. The way you try to treat people totally changes because you're coming from heart. You come from wanting to help people, because there is a lot more to life than just doing transactions, buying, selling, moving on like a robot. We are not robots, we're all human beings, and we should always be in touch with it if possible.
Yeah, well, what I love about Dalia is she exudes positivity and a beautiful energy in everything that she does, and I think that's why you're a great and wonderful, successful real estate broker. And she was also featured in Newsday recently, correct?
It was an article about me, yes.
Okay, all right, that's great. That's all good things.
Thank you.
Well, it was a pleasure to have you on here, Dalia.
I thank you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, it was great. And we'll see you next time on Stellar Style.